Well, hello there. I'm DW Berman, Atomic Gift Shop, and we're here to do some 3D modeling today. So let's take a look at what we have on tap, I guess. There we go. Transition! Woo! So, this is our ViC B1 Retro Robot Model Kit. This is a little guy. It stands for Vending Capsule Robot. The dome is from a vending capsule. So, as the part, I'm going to make another in the series. I'm actually working on the ViC B3. I started a ViC B2 but didn't get very far. It will have some similarities, I think, to 3. But here are basically the parts for the first one. And let's zoom in a little. Move this over here. And the goal for what I'm working on is to kind of have some of these parts be interactable with the new kit, or interchangeable. So we're going to get on the road. Over here is my little sketch that I'm basing my idea on, or my new robot on. Let me scoot this up a bit because the customer images are covering it. Here are just some side sketches. I was going to do a quad track system. I decided not to because the original picture kind of doesn't look like that. And I like the look of how I was getting on with just having one track. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to load up my recent scene. I think it is that. Sorry, the recent model. As you can see, I have a dome. Hey, there's some oddness going on there. I'll have to take care of that. This dome is just a placeholder anyway. Hey, welcome in, the Beheader. Good to see you. Hype, hype, hype. This part here in the middle, you probably can't even see my cursor, it's so small, is going to be over here. Well, this is where I'm at on the top piece. Last time I was doing some modeling, I was working on the chest piece here. I have some sneaky ideas for that. I'm not super happy about the arm connections. There's not quite as smooth as I would like. I still need to do the treads and figure out how I'm doing all the wheels, and if I want to do them all as separate pieces that need to be put together. Because again, this is going to be a model kit idea. Is the idea, and you know, different people have different ideas about how they want how much effort they want to put into building something. So so far my kits have been fairly easy. They can be put together in, you know, a very short amount of time, excluding painting. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm just gonna, I guess, start noodling away at this and make it up as I go. I already have arm segments. They don't look like this, but I do have another kit called the Bub 4, which is my bipedal utility bot that's 4 inches tall. You can see his arms are segmented like that. But they're not the same shape as this, but I might just use these for this new robot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get there when we get there. Here are the stack of arm segments as they come off the printer and are sent to the customer. There's the inside of the head, the torso, the robot parts for the bub. But anyway, let's see. Program I'm using is LightWave 3D. It's an old program, but yeah. Well, it's an old program. It's this is version 2020.02. There might be a 2020.03. I don't quite remember, but it's not been developed since then. The company who owns it now is it's not a priority for them, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they sell it to somebody who cares and will develop it, or it's just time to move on. Which it might be anyway, because it hasn't had the market share that it once had for a while. Looks like I've got some cleanup to do. I might just delete that. Nope. Problem is these polygons are flipped inside out, so you can only see the outside. Nope, that's not the problem, because those are the ones. I think there's just polygons missing, which is okay. Oh, actually, yeah, I know what the problem was. I subdivided it, and the back panel couldn't be subdivided because it had too many faces, but I didn't care about that, because, it's going away anyway. I'm just going to temporarily put a new one back on. Yeah. And you got some weirdness going on with that, too. I like the way it looks like something's connected that shouldn't be. Is that what I want to do? No, that's not what I want to do. Let me merge some points. No points merged. Let's merge some points 1 millimeter from each other. Might be too much, but that also shows us that other piece. Like I said, it was the issue was that with this program you can only subdivide things that are 3 and 4 polygons, or 3 and 4 points on a polygon, and that polygon had a lot more. I'm just gonna select a couple of points, select a loop, hit P to make a polygon, and fill it in again. That will eventually be tripled and whatever, but I may actually just delete those. In fact, let's do that now. Let's not do that now. But here's the thing, I need to interface it at some point with the body. So I need to cut a hole in the body for this to sit into. And, with this angle like that, it's not going to work anyway. So maybe I'll just use the body to cut out this. Don't know. I'm figuring it out as I go and using my little drawing over here for reference. And this here would be the little super secret stuff, is I have some detail on the inside that you won't be able to see. But hopefully if I print these out of clear pieces, or clear plastic, clear resin, and you put a light behind it, you will be able to notice that there are some things going on behind. I guess even if you don't light it, it would still show. Turn symmetry on. This part I was making on my lunch break at my day job, so I didn't have time to finish everything. You see the bottom bits. still poking out the side there. It doesn't matter till I'm about there. I just want to make sure that's fully inside and not sticking out, not making the part too thin. Now the part has a twist to it that's not good, but again, it almost doesn't matter. Anyway, my idea is that these would kind of be lenses that if there were lights behind them, it would show some kind of detail in the reflections and refractions. But trying to keep in mind that, you know, the scale of this is so tiny. Like those 2 points there are detail. Those are 0.5 millimeter apart. So I can't get it's easy to just kind of get in there and add lots of detail, but then, you know, realize if I'm printing, if this is going to stay at this scale, which is set by the size of the dome, then yeah, I don't need to go in there quite so close. All right. Call those lenses. I'll copy this and put that back in the grill area. I think I know how I'm going to handle that. I'm going to have it so you can just glue on the lenses, I guess, and just have a hole where the light comes through, possibly. Copy that, paste it. And do the same thing, copy, paste, move it down. Scale it in. Now for these, I'm gonna thicken them. And use them to cut away from the grill layer. Did that work? Looks, oh. Try that. I see what happened. I told it to thicken, but I didn't actually apply it. There we go. Okay, I don't have anything selected. Why is it not selecting? There we go. Let's just triple that. worry about interfacing that with a body at a later point. But I'm gonna say I'm done with the headlights and whatever details are in there. That's a really rough sketch that I did on stream, so I don't know. It's on my hard drive if it's not on the VODs anymore. Alright. Let's turn our attention back to the base and interface. This interface here, the top part anyway, is what locks in on the body. So it comes up here and twists to lock into place. The turret base is a little... This is one of the things I brought over from the ViC B2 that I haven't finished yet. It was this arrangement, and I'm not... That works. I don't know if I need that hole there. And that will somehow connect to this center part. Only that gearbox. I'm not a vehicle person, so I don't know all of the terminology. This will all probably be one piece. Oh, I probably made it have a hole through it so that I could use a fastener of some kind to connect them together. Yeah, you can see how if I turn smoothing, oh, I guess the surface doesn't have smoothing on. Who knows what surface that is? Info, this is default, okay. If I turn smoothing on, you'll see it should look smooth in the preview, but for some reason it's not. Oh, smoothing threshold's really low. But that's just for rendering. That's not gonna be that way in real life, so I just turned that off so I can get an idea for how much geometry is actually there. This might not be enough, but again, at the intended size, it's, you know, very tiny. I think I will. I think I will take a listen to my audio from the monitoring computer to see if the audio sounds good. Hey, Gray Pilgrim, how's it going? Hey, Gray Pilgrim, how's it going? All right. I guess the audio. I'm trying to listen to the balance of the music and the stuff, but it's actually at a quiet spot. So I can't hear it anyway on the stream. Anyway, I guess I'll get back to this. Just doing some 3D modeling today. What are you up to? Nice. Arg. Yeah, this is the new robot. Oh, congratulations. I don't know that I've ever been the tank. But I'm modeling one now. I'm trying to decide if I want to have this be something that can be removed. Do I want this to be disassemblable, or should I just expect somebody to glue the pieces together on this? Oh well, I'll leave that for now. This is not designed for 3D printing, so this is just designed for like video, TV, video games. Visual stuff rather than actual CAD. But yeah, 3D printers weren't available when I started using this program. Yeah. Sorry, I'm taking a moment to look at some tests I did earlier today for something else. And I think they are a failure. As far as the paper is sticking. I don't know, maybe it can be washed away. But yep. Okay. Yeah, this is for actually making the models, and then there's another program called a slicer, which takes the models that have been created and sets the settings for the printer. And I am doing this to use on the 3D printer. It's just the software wasn't originally designed for it. This is what I used to make the other two robot model kits. So I'll show you what I have so far. I don't want the reference. I'm gonna Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I still have to figure out. This is kind of, a lot of this is roughed in still. Have to figure some things out. Let's put the tracks in the background. I guess I could just do that. No, no. There we go. Let's do the gearbox and the turret base. And put the tracks in there just so I can see them. Ooh. No, 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 no. Trying to remember what I just expected this to snap together or what. Guess I should have a cover on the tracks as well. Maybe I'll move those down. I think I will change this up a bit. Do-do-do. Hey, the blocker is in, and this is Windows 11, yeah. Not a huge fan. Speaking of fan, fast triple fan. Boom. I don't know if that did what I wanted. Oh well, we'll let it sit for now. Yeah, I do get in the zone. I'm working on this section down here between the tracks. So I have something there, but I don't like it necessarily. I just don't know if it makes as much sense. I think I need more bulk down there for mechanical bits to fit, as far as if this was an actual device. I'll do it like this. So I'm trying to bulk up this section a bit. I think I will copy that and just paste that somewhere else. And do some manual cleanup, I guess. No, I did not plan on making this when I initially did the drawing. But I've been wanting to make a new one, and somebody said, hey, you should do that, so I did. Or I am. Somebody else had earlier asked about a tank tread version, so this also fits into that. It's not what I wanted it to do. Aw, thanks. I don't know if that really matters, but I like geometry to flow in this particular way. Do the same thing on this other side. In this case, I think I'll just drag these down. Do this as well. Not what I wanted to do. That's the mouse clicking, not the brain ticking. Yes and no. There are limitations to have to take into account. For one thing, I don't have large printers, so I'm limited in size. If I want something bigger, I have to make it in pieces that can be assembled. And there are just the general limitations of the materials themselves. I can't quite picture it, but I'm pretty sure somebody's probably already done that. Yeah. So I could just download one and print it out. That's a render. The final thing isn't going to look like that. So even if you print with a clear material, it's not going to be that clear. Sure. There was a fad making things in that structure a little while ago, I think. And that became a possibility. I have a couple different types of clear, and I think there are some that are supposedly more clear. The problem is, like when I print with a clear resin. Who's that in the lower right corner? That's me. Hello. Yeah. With the clear resin, a lot of times when you clean it, you have to, when you see it on the print bed still hanging there, it looks really super clear. But then when you wash it, it kind of clouds up. And then when you cure it, it might yellow because of the UV light. But then you can sometimes get some of the clarity back by either coating it with a paint or like a clear coat or polishing it, but I've not had a lot of luck with that. Yeah, and then there was, that's just for the resin printers. For the other printer, the other type of printing where it's like a weed whacker filament, like the string on a weed whacker going through a heat gun or a glue gun on a mechanical gantry. That's the way the other ones work. And those lay down one line at a time, and somebody has figured out a way to, with a certain material, print like really super slow and have like really fine lines that can actually be done with some clarity. But, how much would it cost me to make one? I don't know. Nice thing with 3D printing is you can pick the size that you want to make it at. It depends on the model and stuff. So generally, the size I print, it's not too much. I don't like the way that looks. But again, I'm paying way too much attention. And by the way, hello, Kit Kat. I didn't say hi yet. Okay, that's bugging me. It's not even gonna be visible, I'm sure, but it's bugging me. And I'm working at a very tiny scale here because this is constrained by the size of the dome, because I'm using a real world part to make the dome, or to use for the dome. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll just weld those points together, merge those, and split them this way. Yeah. It's a little better. Oh, thanks for showing my website there, Drew. I missed that one. I was wondering if you were still there, so I figured I'd go back up and chat and see if I missed anything, and I did. Yes, I wear glasses. I've worn glasses. I had a prescription for a long time, or for 10 years or so before I actually started wearing them more. But at some point, your eyes get old and they don't like to focus anymore. No, not everybody's, but yeah, 10 foot. I mean, here, I'll just do a quick measurement here. This is my stand-in proxy for the dome, which is for a vending machine. And this is 27 millimeters. I'm not saying your eyes are old. Some people just need glasses at different times for different reasons, but for me, I needed, my eyes were slightly off, but, manageable. But then at some point, I think it's called presbyopia kicked in, where the muscles relax or something, and I can't focus on stuff up close anymore, which is really annoying. I used to be able to read fine text really well, but now I need things to help. But fortunately, we all carry around or a lot of us carry around some kind of fancy camera equipment in our pockets everywhere we go. They can be useful as a magnifying glass. There, good enough. That's gonna be buried anyway. Oh, don't need that anymore. There we go. I just hit some stuff. I'm sure your eyes are lovely, and the glasses only bring out the sparkle more. I don't know. Does Blocker wear glasses? Must add more detail. Always. Ah, well. I'm sure it applies to you as well. Okay, let's hide this stuff again. Am I missing? Did I hide something I didn't want to hide? No, it's just missing. Okay. The old-fashioned way. Selecting one point at a time and then making a polygon. Well, thank you. Not sure who you're talking to, but... or about, I guess. Stretch break! I haven't actually looked at the puppet very closely, so I guess it is working. Seeing if the mouth is being too reactive or not reactive enough. Aw, now I'm gonna blush. But I don't have any mode for that, so I'm gonna play it cool. Let's change gears slightly. And maybe I'll make me blush. Yes, I am American. Make sure you save every 10 seconds, yeah. That's a good point there, Drew. Let me make sure my autosave is on. Yep, 15 minutes. So it sucks when it's off, and I think it's off by default. It sucks when it's off and you lose something. It sucks when you start something and you're working on it for hours and you don't bother saving at any point in it, and then you lose everything. Because my accent fly all over the place, I'm sure. Anyway, I don't want to do. Let's see. New. Let me take that off the screen. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Grey Pilgrim. Glad you were able to stop in. I made the mistake one time. I was trying to scroll through an image folder and had a picture of my driver's license in there, so I just basically had to scrap the whole video. I didn't have to, I could have edited, but you know. It's like, I don't want to dox myself. And I'm not going to say when that was. So I'm looking off to the side, to the other screen, and trying to remember what it was I was going to do. 'Cause I'm old and I forgot things. I'm not as good at accents as I would like to be. Whenever I try to do an accent, it seems to migrate into something different. Not particularly a good skill to have as a voiceover actor, which I'm not, but I did attempt to be one at one point, although just on the side, as a backup option in case the work I was doing didn't pan out. But it did pan out, so that's still on the back burner. I thought that said post-English accent at first. Like pip pip cheerio. See, yeah, I don't do requests. Aren't there so many different kinds of posh English accents, though? There's like a different accent every block. Oh, yes, I mean, it was something to do with the puppet. Gotcha. Now, okay, now I know what I'm actually looking for again. Y'all distracted me. All your flattery. Tea and crumpets? That's definitely not posh. That's a bad Cockney. When I do accents, I try to be subtle. So it's not quite as obvious when I'm horribly wrong. If I'm, you know, seriously attempting an accent. AGS stream. Yeah, we'll do it there. Copy. Cancel. New file. Okay, I'm just gonna do it on the main file. Opening Illustrator War. You couldn't see that finger wiggle hand gesture that I was doing. So, I'll just do it on the front for now. Frontal. Let me add a layer. Blush. Turn those off. I'll do it real simple like. Don't want to stroke either kind. It's me. Looks like I might be decapitated here for a second. Probably not a good idea to try to edit this live. Okay. Frontal. Add the blush down into... Create trigger. There we go. Okay, finally. There we go. Whatever. See if that actually does anything. Oh, you made me blush. Only the image didn't load, so I'm all color bars. Alrighty then. Well, that was worth it. Alright. Back to the thing on the title card. The modeling of the robot. Have to keep the peeps entertained somehow. Ah, peeps. I feel like I need something. I know I need something. I'm sure it'll probably work next time I try it or something. Just something didn't load right. Not a big deal. I do want to add more expression things to that character. Maybe we'll just do this a different way. Again, making it up as I go. Wrong keyboard shortcut. Make myself wink. Oh, okay, let's... I can do that by just... let me see, is it in the gaze, the eye gaze setting? I just need to turn off blink together, or whatever it's called. Maybe it's under replacements now. Yeah, blink eyes together. They changed something on me. Okay, how about this? There you Can I smile for you? No, I don't have the smile turned on. Alright. Let's turn that back on so I'm still looking kind of drunk. I feel like I missed something there. But I'm okay with not being aware of what that is. I'm just trying to get an idea what I want for this shape. I should probably look at actual tank reference. Don't want to be like Bill. Doesn't look at tank reference. Why is... Oh, I see the problem. I switched my view to bottom instead of top. No. I'm just making the thing on the wrong side, that's all. I have symmetry on, so things are moving in the opposite direction as I expect, because I have working on the wrong side of the plane. Oh, what is this? Looks funny. Oh, that's just a... Let's see, I will allow this since it's misspelled. But generally, I want to maintain a family-friendly presence. Yeah, I know. Such a noob move, huh? Wrong side of the plane. I should just turn in my 3D modeler card right now. And he gets the special treatment. Now, these wouldn't be square. I'm going to put these in a whole other plane. Or a whole other layer. So I can kind of see them a little better. Tracks. I have never flown a plane. Oh, that's not true. I have never piloted a full-size aircraft. I have flown them in simulators, and I have flown airplanes that I built myself that are small enough to carry. The blocker just likes making things up to impress people. About other people. I actually have a YouTube channel where I have some videos of some of my first flying of a radio controlled airplane, and it's like, yay, it lasted in the air for 30 seconds, or 3 seconds. A wink of the eyes is different. Come on, man, fix that, fix yourself. Let's see. Select that, select that. The eyes. Oh, it needs to be checked, not unchecked. Yeah. There we go. You no longer get to see me winking. So, suppose I could add the smile back in. Or, hey, do I have a smile in here at all? Let me check my rig. In real life, I'm not particularly fond of my smile. Aw, don't even have a smile mouth shape in the puppet at this point. The blocker has a great imagination. But no matter what he says, it's not my birthday today. But it's not my birthday today. That was last month. I'm just fidgeting on this because I don't know what to do. Kinda. And this isn't gonna make logical, mechanical sense. Or is it? I think I will actually make these hollow, the tracks, so to speak. These are still kind of just placeholders. Don't like that. Hi, Kit Kat. You don't look a day older than the day that I first saw your name on the screen to me. pro streamer that I am, I forgot to cut back to the other view. So, thanks for hanging with me and watching my puppet move around. I didn't notice it until the blocker said something about the spaceship, the UFO. So, what you missed me doing was adjusting the depth of these wheels, making it so that the tracks go around the wheels. I still need to make the wheels fit together. I knew it. I did. Yeah, no, I didn't know it was on that. I switched it to that for the Winky thing, and then forgot to switch it back. Feel free to let me know if you think I forget something like that, but I kind of like what's going on here, but I'm actually getting a little tired of working on this now, so I might switch to something else. But I'll do the standard. Yeah. Render update. Load recent scenes. Looks like I need to... I'll just get rid of all the objects and re-add them. Nope. Don't want to get rid of that. Well, I could. It's not anything anyway. There we go. He's got a little more stuff going down under the legs, which sounds a little odd now that I say it out loud. Pack your sandwiches. It's getting there. Again, I probably didn't leave enough space at the top for putting the eyeball in there. If my proxy dome here is the correct size. I should stop moving it. And I'm gonna just temporarily, this is not the, I was gonna say I'll do, yeah. I'll temporarily bevel these out so that they look like they're treads. The top and the bottom won't be. Why did my drive disconnect or connect? There we go. That should give us a little more of a feel of what it's gonna look like. Save. Switch to layout. Can bubble the top of the dome to fit it in? No. There's what I'm actually, let's see. Amazon.com. This is actually what I'm using for the domes, is these guys. So, unfortunately, they're not super consistent on how clear they are, but they are a nice shape. These other ones I think tend to be more clear, but you know, I don't know if that's an actual photo or just a 3D render. I think I did get one of these accidentally in the last batch I bought, but or the time before that, but you know, that would fit less in the top, so yeah, eventually if I start making my own domes I could do that. I did try 3D printing some domes, but they again, they don't look super clear. You can actually see, let me see if I can bring up SpiderMath on Instagram. Where is the search thingy? Search. Because he actually bought one of the downloads for the guy and printed it out. And yeah, he had trouble finding the domes locally. Alright, well, maybe he didn't post that on Instagram. So, this is SpiderMath's, or SpiderMoth, his Instagram. So, here's what he did with my little gnome guy. And of course, the rest of the stuff is his own work, I think. Or, I don't know. But he did do the little robot guy, I'm not sure. The ViC one. But let me see if I can't do that. And maybe I'll I'll show you what the ones I did print and coat look like, and maybe do some sketchbook tour or something. Don't know if I'll be on until Andy gets up today, so some other things I should probably get doing, including rearranging the entire place because I got new equipment and I was already running low on space, and things could be optimized much more. So I will be right back. Hang on. Hi, it's me, Wendell the Elf, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and whatever time of year this is. All right, I'm leaving now. Okay, sorry about that. He's a pest. So I was gonna show you the quality of the 3D printed dome that I could get. I just have like these pieces from a kit here. You can see it's a little. Why is this not fitting in there? Because I have it backwards, of course. Of course. Let me try to get this up on screen. Why? What are you laughing for? Well, you know, I'm all about making my viewers' chests hurt when they are having chest pains from colds and such. I have been told to stop being funny because an asthmatic couldn't breathe, but that was back in college. See, I actually have a gig around Christmas time that I do that voice and sometimes that puppet on Fiverr. So as you can see, I couldn't find the one that has the full face. I did the one that has the cutout because, you know, of how clear I could get it. This is this is uncoated, so it might get a little clearer with a coating on it, but it's not great. And you can, of course, polish, but that takes quite a bit of effort. So yeah. That's why they're not printed by myself here. Actually, if you see the top here, you can see that where there's some glue spill over. It's a little clearer. You know, you can't really see that, but anyway, here's the state of the gnome, the big one with the weathering on it. You can definitely see the printer lines going horizontal because of the weathering. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Off to the side, old artwork. I have this old box here for a laptop. And it says artwork and supplies. And I don't have room for it on the desk with everything else, so. Yes, if I ever get to the point where I have enough subscribers or followers to have emotes, I could make some interesting ones. Or redeems, I guess. So here's I think I've posted this one somewhere before. But this is a wrapped up version that is ready to be sold. I had a few things in a small gallery for a little while. I don't think anything ever sold. But I have a few things like that. I guess the plastic doesn't really help with the light. This is the kind of stuff I was doing back in the day. It's just a lot of detail without a lot of meaning, I guess. Unfortunately, you know, it's one of those things where you know, this one doesn't age as well for me. But, you know, you gotta make an artwork about a pun sometime, right? No, that's not a thing, but I did. It's the watch face. So. And this one I started to impress a girl. Because, you know, she was working in a coffee shop and I started drawing something, I forget what. Maybe it might have been up here or whatever. But I do kind of like the almost contrast between the pen and detail in the foreground and the loose pencil background. But of course I can never be completely happy. This one is titled His Routine. See, do I have the title on this one? I used to name them with weird titles. This one's up there, but it's, you know, because he's looking at something that's up there. This one is simply noise. Here, let's do it like that. This one is, it's not that obvious, is the thing. See if I can change the lighting around a little. That's not what I wanted to do. Stupid button. So, yeah, that happened. Yeah, it's not that obvious. It's like you might be thinking, sure, he's frowning on the outside but smiling on the inside, but it's not that obvious. I don't know what it means, but it's not that. So that's and this, I don't know what it is, but I always kind of liked it in a way. Slightly alien-esque. Yeah. I know, it's the big event, the face reveal. It's been ruined. Now I'll never have something for the 100,000th subscriber celebration. More robot doodles. Was it a while I was trying to do robots with really long faces for some reason. This is an old... Did I tell you how old these things are? Late 90s? Probably. I don't even know. Oh, yeah. There's a floor plan for a house. I kind of had a idea for... Remember that in the tabloids for a while, of course, at least in America, there was a series about Bat Boy, this bat weird-looking kid. Thought it'd be funny to do a Fruit Bat Boy cartoon, but never got very far on that. I don't know what press kit section is. That's probably irrelevant to the drawing. But anyway, let's see. I was gonna look for some other things. Other prints. These are actually just color laser copies. Really, yeah. Ooh, here's a really old painting. From 1992. Look at that. Mastery of the brushstroke of acrylic paints. The sarcasm is strong with this one. I think the concept of this one is a little better, but, you know, proportions are slightly off. What even is my real accent? I think I completely missed the things I was intending to pull out. Nope, I guess they were just inside this. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, I'm that old. I told you, my eyes don't work like they used to. So. Oh, you can't even see him. So, you've seen that one. This was one that took me a little while to make. Lots of little details. Oh, it was mostly while there was a lecture going on or something. I had a lot of drawing done during lectures in college. Did do some relatively larger ones. This one has all the lyrics to We Have Forgotten by Sixpence None the Richer in the corner. So I called this one Pandering to the Prolific, because they refer to themselves as the Prolific in the song. I'm not pretentious at all. And that brown color, that was tea. Not paint. Here's a little sketch that was blown way up. And then, yeah, this one kind of came out cool, so I just kind of cut it out of the page it was on. Nowadays, it reminds me a little of Nebula. But that was before I was aware of the character. And this is, I think he sees through you. Because there's a lot of characters just looking that aren't actually... The gaze isn't quite connecting. Yeah, that's that one. This is more cartoon than drawing, I guess. But it's the modern artist. And at some point, I got some liquid on the paper there, and it smeared the thing, but that's the part that wasn't painted, so I don't know if that has something to do with that or not. desert monument. Playing with perspective. Colored pencil. And I think that is the last of them. Yeah, you've already seen all those. Oh, hey there. There's something you haven't seen before. That was a sketch that I then colored in Photoshop, I think, or something. A boy and his robot. And I, you know, had a rather bleak view on city life. What's going on in that place? It's terrible. So yeah, I kind of grew up more in the country. Sure, it's not all that bad. So as you can tell, I haven't improved my drawing abilities in the last 40 years, or 30 years. It's not true. But, at the same time, I haven't been trying to. So it's not been a concerted effort to practice and improve. It's like I found some things that I could do, and I just kind of stuck with those. And, you know, tried things out every now and then. But never actually did the hard work of, you know, life drawing and all of the things that people go through when they do study that. But yes, my drawings are epic. Thank you for noticing. I have a sketchbook in here. And here's an ad I designed one time. Because I worked at a place that made coupon magazines. You're enjoying the art show. Here's a walrus guy for you. This almost says Z, but it's actually a 3, so it's not for you at all. Some more cartoony stuff. These are the things that I didn't deem worthy enough to pull out to put with the art collection. But yeah, just a bunch of little doodles. I was working on a show called 3 at one point. Not working, but just kind of like a student thing. Wasn't getting paid for it, so I was trying to do some logo design and whatnot. Please enjoy the view of my monitor and the back port of my, back corner of my printer. The P from printer kept moving around in that sentence. It was rather disturbing. That's probably the cool one on this page. And there's a bunch of words written on here, which looks like I was trying to come up with a name for a show or something, or a company. The Bug-Eyed Productions and Pigeon Vision are the ones that are highlighted. And Industrial Might and Logic, which is kind of like Industrial Light and Magic, but, you know, a little different. Another page of spaceships. Slightly more rendered because I got a marker. I don't even know when this was. But yeah, this is an old book. Haven't looked at these in a little while. And sometimes you write things and you have no idea why. Like, blue dog howls gleefully as Mr. Toaster jumps through imaginary hoops. What was I thinking at the time? I don't know. That was a long time ago. I can tell you that I was not high at the time. But beyond that, I don't know.
Why, yes, I can imagine guys with things on their foreheads. Thank you, though.
That's from 2000. That's fairly recent. Remember back when websites had really flashy, colorful border type things and plasticky looking junk? Yeah, that was when I was coming up with an idea for that. Now that looks familiar, although I don't think it has anything to do with this guy. I think it's just a standard motif. That guy's pretty cool, though. Oh. I'd have to zoom in to see that. Yeah, I tended to draw very tiny. Ooh, that one's cool. Again, I got some markers at some point and made that. Is that even in focus? I can't tell. And more spaceship with markers. I'm gonna do some concept art. Why? I don't know. What is... Oh, and that says, wow, this is a fine point. Because it was a very fine point pen. Do. And kind of a 2002 spaceship concept. Not quite feeling that one, but there are things I like about it. You know, for all the spaceships I've drawn, I've 3D modeled very few of them all the way to the end. Oh. I was going to do a thing at one point, maybe called Space Spuds, where their ships were powered by giant potatoes that were thrown around the sun. But, it was going to be a ridiculous plot and story, but when I started writing it, it went dark really quick.
And I made up my own language.
Actually, just an alternate letter alphabet. Here I revisited the long skull robot guy again. Kind of reminds me again of Alien Xenomorph thing. And more potato-powered spaceships. And I don't know who that is, but he looks like a very sad rock star. With his frosted hair. That one's unfinished. Bunch of trying out a bunch of eyes. A little anime style. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. Nice little show intel. Let's just say I have a melancholy streak. It's not as strong as it was when I was all angsty in my 20s, but anyway, that's not closing very well. I'll just leave that up there. All right. So the question then is, what do we do next? Could do another drawing. I have a pencil. I can reach some paper. Cosmic Papa Red is raiding with a party of 7. Welcome in, Cosmic Papa Red. You just missed the tour. Seriously, I just put away all the artwork I was showing off. So, alien with lots of eyes. Oh, that's what you want to draw on. Drawn. But we are going to start. We are going to do a doodle. We are going to do a doodle. And I'm wondering if I should go get a nicer marker pen or something. I do not know if this will show up well. But anyway. Welcome in, Cosmic Papa Red and Raiders. I've been raided, so you better get it back out. And hello, D503. If that is your real name. So. Yes. Let's see. Right, anyway. Remember to switch back to the other view. That is a pro streamer trip. Or chip. Tip. Stream's been good. I've been I did a bunch of 3D modeling. I'll show you the results of that. Working on my new model kit. But it's yeah. I got kind of tired of working on it, so I stopped. I mostly just did the stuff underneath. You can't see that anyway because I'm on the wrong thing. Pro streamer. Let's see. Puppet lower right. That's the scene I want. There we go. Yeah. So I just kind of like roughed in the stuff here on the inside of that will connect to the wheels, and I made the more of the gearbox down at the bottom. Is what I worked on today. Cleaned up a few things. I should probably stop moving around so that it actually resolves and you can see what it's actually looking at. The blocker says I should go get a marker. So I will do that. I'll be right back. It's me, I'm back. Hello, Raiders. Hello, Zablocker. Hello, everybody out there. It's me, Wendell the Elf. Okay, I'm leaving again. As soon as I figure this thing out. But really, we'll just, switch back to our other view here. Not that view. No, that's not the one I want. I want the desk. The desk is the scene I want. There we go. Hello. Bro, that's terrifying. Was working on a Victorian-esque plague mask, Dr. Alien. Oh, cool. I bet, Ezron would approve. I'll show you some of the artwork that you missed. So, I think you may have seen some of these, but, this is a watch face. These were at once packaged up to be sold in a small gallery that never actually sold any, I think. This one is titled "It's Not That Obvious." Man, can't see it, can we? I don't know. Is that in focus? Let me see. Is that in focus? There we go. This one I think I shared in Andy's Discord at one point. It's called Up There. I don't remember what I titled this one. But you can tell he's a real happy boy. And then there's this abomination. Which is, you know, kind of cool. That was my style at the time, was kind of scratch building with pens. Paper. So, anywho. Let's see if we can get some drawing in. Again, that's darker than I like. Here's a pencil. Got a sip of the soda. Oh, you should see the stuff I can come up with AI. Not really. Although, if you go into Midjourney and you type stuff like spider clown with human teeth, you get some interesting images. Especially if it's a flying spider clown with human teeth. But, I think the blocker said something about an alien with multiple eyes. Not that I'm bound to do anything he tells me to do. Other than, you know, it's nice having somebody watch, so, should probably try to keep him around. And when I draw on stream like this, I'm apparently very loose. Or maybe I just got tired of drawing really tiny details. We'll go back to that shape from before. So how did your plague mask turn out? I don't do much with it either. I do have... I mean, I play with it some. I actually have a version of it installed. If I can remember where I put it. Invoke AI. Number 2. You can't see my screen anyway, so you can't see what's going on. Anyway, so no. So we'll go with a xenomorph alien thing. is weird. I don't normally draw like this. You know, I've never actually watched Alien. It's on my to-do list. Oh, so it's a plague doctor with the not a mask, but he has a beak. A humanoid with a beak. I'm just making up anatomy as I go. I'm not sure how this works. Yes, you can see that. Music stopped. Nope, it's back. What, really? I don't know what you're referring to. Mr. Waternoose. Come on, puppy. There's pulling the dog up because she's doing the stuff. Now, an Alien Saw movie, that would be something I wouldn't want to watch. Oh, of course. The Pligvorians. Or Pligorvians. Pligorvians, yeah. Whoa, we're coloring outside the lines already. Don't know what that is. Excuse me if I get in the zone. It's part of my series, Glorbs. It's about aliens and classism. All right. I think this is far too light to be an alien, a xenomorph. The whole page needs to be black with just a few highlights. Yeah, really, I don't normally draw quite like this. Lots of little eyes. Nope, nothing wrong with straying from the style. Oh, cool. Are you, is your series a series of sculptures, or is it taking on some other form as well? Dog trying to squeeze in on my lap between me and the desk. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Oh, not you. You. Oh, you can't see my screen anyway, so why am I hiding things? Alright. I'll put my hand there so you can see it's a live video. And... yeah. Let's see. Ugh. Ugh. Copy. Alrighty. Guess what, guys? I have a Discord. I have nothing in it. This is the first time I've actually posted the thing, so... can't say that anything will happen there, but if you're interested, it's there. Okay. I think I'm probably bleeding through. No? Oh, I probably will be, though. Before too long. Oh, the stream died and came back. Oh, I'm glad it came back. Here's where we're at, in case you missed any of it. Trying to decide what I want to do. This is a bit darker of a marker than I would want to use for this, but we'll push ahead. Figured it would be since it was the last time it was too dark. So. Don't know what's going on up here. It's a mystery. It's so alien. That's right, you're in Canada. If I recall correctly. Because you were surprised that we didn't have Friend Day. Down here in the lower 48. I was thinking because I have a. Is it like I mentioned earlier in the stream that at one point I was maneuvering, learning voiceover, kind of doing a backup plan of doing voiceover stuff. So I actually have a vocal booth here, a little 4x4 vocal booth I built with the help of some friends and some plans that I bought online. But I'm running out of space. Family Day, what did I say? I meant Family Day. So if you were close, I would be curious as to whether or not you'd be interested in that, because I think you're into voiceover stuff. I like having it, but I just bought 2 printers and a heat press on top of my 2 resin 3D printers and the wash and cure station and the other 3D printer and the other printer and a computer or 2 and a dog, and I'm running out of space is what I'm saying. Friend day. Yeah, voiceover, yeah, I needed to practice more. And my cold reading skills are not very strong, so that's kind of a weakness. That, obviously it can be addressed and practiced through. So I'm not going to say I can't do it, but, I was just, I didn't, you never know if your day job is going to last sometimes, so I wanted a little backup plan, and I was a bit burnt out on doing motion graphics and graphics work, so, and I didn't have the best track record of finding clients and work on my own, so I thought I'd try something else, because I had done a bunch of voiceover stuff at my day job. Ended up landing and doing that, and had a lot of fun with it, so I was focused on that for a while. But eventually my interest faded. I think I got enough work to pay for all of the stuff I bought. Yeah, I did. Just that last, I bought some coaching toward the end, and I don't know if that was $650 well spent or not. Oh, cool. It's nice to have multiple talents to draw from. Draw. Because that's what I'm doing. It's funny that way. I'm sure you all are laughing at the hilarity. Ha 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 ha. Well, I am kind of happy with how this is turning out. I mean, you don't have to be super detailed on things. Sometimes it's better to be loose. Well, that up there is a little bothering me a bit. So I'm a very well practiced amateur. Thank you for humoring me, Z. And for digging the alien. Cosmic Papa Red. Okay, there's something funky going on up top there. Do you ever, kind of, yeah, you mentioned underwater. It kind of, this area up here kind of reminds me a little bit of the, Ghost Reaper in, Subnautica. It's one of the few games I played through in the last few years. Haven't been into games as much, although I bought more games than I ever had before in my life, and I have Game Pass, so I should probably take advantage of that. And I will probably do some streaming of gaming on here at some point. So with the markers you can layer to get the darkness up to where you want it. I do know that. I'm not a master at it. I've done a little bit of practicing, and I actually have some DVDs of training on how to make concept art. I don't know where those DVDs are at the moment, but... And a lot of my drawings tend to, I notice, lack motivation? It's like he's just in a rather static pose looking off into the distance. It's not particularly menacing. But that's, again, something that can be worked on. You have to recognize issues before you can change them. Oh, this is... I don't know if this is going to work or not. I was hoping to black it out with this big, thick, beefy marker that's not really covering very well, though. I'll just do a outline then. I guess we'll do a gray outline. It's a different shade of gray. It's not as blue. It's a warmer gray. So there's contrast there. That works, right? Don't make me get out my airbrush for a simple sketch. Or scan it in and color it on the computer. Although I'm probably past that point with this one. Could, of course, touch it up. I have the ability to. Yeah, not everything has to be dynamic. Good point. You can see how much darker it was when I started to where I'm at now. I have to let the work slower, let the ink work its way back to the felt. So, and thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. All y'all. I'm gonna try to make this a schedule where I'm streaming Saturday mornings, but you know, sometimes I don't. I have other things I need to do. It's like I don't want to destroy the marker pen that I have here by doing a bunch of markering. But I know. Andy has gone live. Well, then I guess I'm just gonna have to raid out and you won't get to see me do the next thing I had in mind for this. Let's, Spider-Math just came in to say hi. Welcome. Welcome, Spider-Math. It's so very cool to see you in here. And if, let's see, if Andy is live, we will raid over to him and say hello. I don't know if he's, oh, yeah, he's there, so, alright, let's scoot on over and say hello to Andy. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for stopping in.